Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we are back for more Jessica Jones. Last episode was crap. I mean, it wasn't a bad episode, but excuse me, it was just. I mean, the ending. So Trish's mom is dead. I didn't even think about. I don't think she came to mind at all. I thought he was going to maybe kill Jillian, which still worried me. I'm glad she's not there, but I feel so bad for Trish. Now Trish is like she's got Sallinger with a knife to his throat. And she's trying to stop Trish. That's where it left off. But I don't know how she can get to her in time before Trish, slits his throat. That would prove very bad for us, mainly because of the legality of it all. But if she doesn't kill him, he also would know who she is. She loses her anonymity, or she's lost her anonymity to him, so that's a problem. I don't know if she kills him. I don't know what the rest of the season. One, we don't have the main villain for the season. Two, that'll probably lead for the rest of the season. They'll be dealing with the repercussions, and probably Hogarth might be kind of sort of the main villain, because what was it? I forgot what newspaper or whatever she called, or what at least she accepted a call from them, and she basically declared war on heroes, or on supers anyway. He tricked Jessica into thinking that he was following a random girl, or lady, and that distracted her from focusing on Trish. Although it would have been difficult even if he didn't distract her to realize that he was going to go after Trish's mom. So yeah, we're essentially going to see how that turns out. If Jess stops Trish in time or not. So let's go ahead and start the episode.
Is he dead? Oh, he's unconscious. He's losing a lot of blood. The NYPD is on its way. You just blew through 2 cops out there. They didn't see my face, but he did. If you killed him, then you're the bad guy. Let's go.
Oh! God! Sorry, Trish. I understand, but crap.
When Sallinger wakes up, he'll ID you, if he hasn't already. He'll face assault charges, and the attack on Sallinger will be viewed as attempted murder. They'll put you away.
The hairs we found on Silver's body are on their way to the lab. He's done unless she gets in our way.
What else did Sallinger say?
That he fears for his life. We got cops on him until we can bring her in.
We now have evidence that this unidentified criminal is responsible for a rash of attacks on the people of our city. Gregory Sallinger nearly lost his life.
Find her. And if I have to pay that reward because my own investigator failed, we'll have a problem.
Well, you're gonna have to quit, Malcolm.
My little portrait really captured her rage, didn't it? It was supposed to be you. I was trying to capture your true nature.
You don't want to see my true nature.
I've already had a peek.
What do you want?
To stay out of prison. So you're going to destroy any evidence on Nathan Silva's body that can be traced back to me.
No.
That picture is triggered for release the second I'm arrested. You know where she'll end up. Nobody knows what happens to prisoners on the raft.
I can't let him get away with it, but I won't let her pay the price.
What would she say?
She'd sacrifice everything.
Heroic.
I'm not. I won't let her do it. We have something we need to discuss.
Sorry, ma'am, my shift doesn't officially start till I've had my coffee.
I work for someone you know.
Look, lady, I got powers too. It's called a badge, and it allows me to beat the shit out of you just for that mouth, right? Hey, we're square, you piece of shit.
We need him.
Stupid showing your face to me.
What the hell was that?
It's worse than before. I could have stopped him, but instead, I took his money and I pissed it away on a card game.
Despite everything on my side, the good, the right, they still win. God damn it!
I'll go over there and see.
No, don't. I'm supposed to be hiding out.
You know, they don't always win. They don't always win.
They do enough that I can't do this anymore.
I did do the right thing once. After I got it, my power, I came home from college, and the first person I saw was my dad. A guy I worshipped my whole life. And I nearly puked from the darkness coming off of him.
Oh no.
He was my dad. Thinking about how my dad used to stay up late at night, helping Bree with her homework, locked in a room, father-daughter time. And it'd been going on for years. And the day they took him away, my mother overdosed on pills. And Brianna, she blamed me. Head to the western stairwell, take that to the basement.
What's in the basement?
The sewer main.
Shit. You're breathing on me, Eddie.
I'm not breathing at all.
Jesus, what the hell did you eat today?
What? Oh, Christ.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Call maintenance.
This hour?
Gotta clear out.
Yes?
It's done.
Then so are we. Let's get on with it.
What the hell is he doing here?
I wanted to look you in the eye and explain. Make things right.
You want me to absolve you for the fact that my mother died because you're a goddamn coward!
Trish.
I can take a hit when it's righteous.
You don't deserve my forgiveness.
I know.
He helped me with the Sallinger situation.
What does that mean?
Sallinger wanted me to destroy the evidence that proved he killed Nathan Silva.
No.
It was the only way to protect you.
I told you I didn't care that I would go to jail.
It's already done.
He tortured and killed her. And he will never pay for it, but he has to pay for somebody's death.
I did something today. I set a murderer free.
Ma'am, please don't touch anything.
I just want to see her. As she was.
I'll give you a minute.
The security footage of the masked woman in the file room was doctored by me. And this is the missing footage in which you'll see me when I caught her breaking in.
And you
Let her go.
You've been working both sides.
Well, not anymore. I quit.
You're fired. We've been building a future together. You and me. And Zaya.
Don't. Zaya has nothing to do with this.
Why should I believe that?
I thought about unmasking a woman who, for all of her flaws, is at least trying to be a hero, while you protected a man. No, while we protected a man who carves people up for sport. And if that's what you want from me, if that's what Zaya wants from me, I'm out.
You know who she is.
The hair we found on Nathan Silver's body is gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Accident at the lab. Screwed by a electric fan. I've been placed on leave, effective tomorrow.
That's bullshit.
Bodies were piling up. Serial killer kept slipping through the cracks. Department needed a fall guy.
So the one guy that's actually doing something, they take off the case.
The press accused us of colluding with powered vigilantes. I'm glad she maimed that asshole. I'm glad she's still out there. She tried to do what I couldn't.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
You mind? We have the legal right to search the premises.
For what?
It's in the warrant. His body cam captured you approaching him, then he turned it off. Why?
Wait, Nussbaumer is the homicide?
That's Officer Nussbaumer. 20-year decorated vet, beaten to death. We think it was personal.
Can you account for your whereabouts last night, Miss Jones?
Eric, but I know you meant well. You're guilt-ridden, frustrated with yourself about letting this guy go and Sallinger. But you really screwed us up, man. Or Jessica, anyway. Did she ever touch him? She touched his nightstick, right? That was called? You beat him to death? Did he actually do that? Was it him? Or is that just the only one that we have to assume? Somebody else could have beat him to death. I don't know. It doesn't... Granted, I don't know... Like, we don't know Eric that well yet. I say yet, and there's only 4 episodes left in the season. Series, actually. But I just don't see him being the one to beat the guy to death. I mean, he's a terrible person. Does apparently, like, it's gotten worse since the last time we met him, but I don't know. I don't know if he also would have been able to. Unless he caught him off guard, that could have been the thing. Could have, like, knocked him out and then beat him to death, but I don't know, it doesn't seem... I don't know, I could be wrong, but still, whoever did this really screwed up Jessica. I mean, I don't think the guy didn't think that would happen. He turned it off because he didn't want the interaction. I don't know, does it catch audio? I don't know if their chest cam, if that records audio or not. But I think that's why he turned it off, so that he didn't get the interaction between them. They didn't get the evidence about what he done, about who he's killed and whatnot for money. And obviously these detectives don't know, because they're obviously pissed. I mean, you don't kill a cop. That doesn't. There's a camaraderie. And unfortunately, they don't know about that he's dirty. So yeah, she's very offensive, but and this is the only lead they have. But there's not really any evidence pointing otherwise. Unfortunately, she's also been in the negative spotlight thus far, so it's not really working in her favor. But god dang it, also something completely different. Hogarth. Like I really hope. First off, she threatened Zaya to Malcolm. She, for what he's done, which is illegal, considering. But he was working with the people the clients that Hogarth chooses to represent aren't good people. Trish is going after them. So, for that, she's threatening Zaya. I mean, granted, she knows that she has nothing to do with it, but she's saying, why should I believe you? For all I know that she's in on it. I mean, she is the one that doctored the footage, but Malcolm luckily didn't tell. He took the fall for that one. But I hope she knows about Dorothy. So hopefully, at first I'm still not happy that she found out that it's Trish. I'm surprised that it's a clear enough image. I don't know if that's bullcrap or not, but still, she saw her reflection, so she sees that it's Trish. And I'm hoping that she can connect the dots to the fact that Sallinger killed Dorothy. I mean, I know there's no evidence proving that, but it's just like Trish wouldn't attack Sallinger like that if she didn't have good reason. She hasn't brutalized someone as badly as she's brutalized Sallinger. So obviously it had to be a personal attack. So there has to point her to somebody, but she does what she can to defend her clients. I mean, even if she knows that they're terrible people. Now Trish is in danger of being outed either way. So what Jess did might have been for nothing. God, I can't believe I had to do that. And Costa, they're basically firing him because he's backed vigilantes. Which, I granted, that would probably happen in the actual world. Because vigilante is, as it is here, is illegal. But I think cops probably would be less likely to accept vigilantes in the real world. But as we can hear, they don't really accept them in here either. The only one that backed them was Costa. That's that we saw. Costa has backed her up, but because of that, I want to apologize if I didn't do a whole lot of reacting this episode. It was just a lot. It was just such a depressing and draining episode. It was it wasn't action packed, but it was just there was so much. There were so many hits that we got. We kept getting beaten down this episode. Seeing Trish broken the way she is, and even saying that she essentially lost her spirit to be a hero. Then following that, find out that Sallinger set it up so that he could catch Jess, but he caught Trish without her mask on. I don't know why she took her mask off in the first place. I mean, probably so that he could see her face before she killed him, so that he knew who took his life. But it could have just fallen in their fight or whatever. She messed him up good. Wish she did it worse. Excuse me. I was gonna say more, then I said worse. But yeah, she should have messed him. I really wish she had messed him up more, but I mean at the same time. So he basically blackmailed Jess that if she didn't destroy the evidence of his DNA on Nathan's body, then the photo would be released and Jess would be out. Trish would be outed, which she might be anyway. I'm hoping Hogarth doesn't. I can't really blame Trish right now. I get why she's pissed off at Eric. One, she's in an emotional state. Her mom just died, was murdered, tortured, and then murdered. God, I feel so bad for her. Trish and Dorothy, thinking of what she'd gone through before he killed her. Jesus. She didn't deserve that. But yeah, like Trish being in that state, and then to be completely honest, if he did, you know, testify and admit to having blackmailed and then been put away for a year, Sallinger would have been put away and her mom wouldn't have been killed. So she's not wrong there. Not something you can easily look past. And again, the emotion she's in doesn't help her reaction to him. You can see how it tore her apart, realizing that she's not wrong about what she had said there. And I think that piled on to what, like, apart from, like, on the, what he was feeling about the cop. He was pissed at himself for just blackmailing for money, not doing anything else about it, like not turning him in or anything. Not that he had any evidence, he couldn't do anything about it. So that could have been what pushed, he could have been pushed to beat the cop to death. I mean, I don't know. Just how much guilt and anger he'd feel. And then, oh man, finding out about Eric's dad. God, that's gotta be the worst. Like, it's someone that you look up to. Find out that what they're doing to your sister. And then after you turn him in, after you turn in your father, it pushes your mom to overdose on pills. I don't know if that's what it was, he didn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be inclined that finding that out, what her husband did to her daughter, and then him being sent away, that just pushed, like, the stress and the distraught you feel from that sudden realization that you've been living with that for years, and you've been letting that happen. I mean, not letting it happen, but she would feel that she had let that happen for so many years. I don't think I have too much this episode, guys, and this is just a really tough episode to deal with. Like, we had nothing out of that. Like, he's getting away with it again. And then the only evidence we had, I don't know if we can get anything else on him, was destroyed. And now he's, like, how is just going to have to kill him again? Like, I don't think they would. I mean, they might, but I wouldn't think that they'd end the series on like a depressing, terrible note. Like, not quality terrible, just like, obviously just sad. And again, depressing. So I don't know where they're gonna go with this. Like, how they're gonna. I really hope Costa can, like, get his job back at least. Because, I mean, he has a family. They're getting ready to have a daughter. He and his husband are gonna have a daughter. So I mean, I don't know what the husband does. I don't know how well off, like, how much he makes, how easily he can support them on his own until Costa can get another job. But I mean, and the whole thing with Malcolm, he quit working for Hogarth. I don't know if Zaya's gonna be affected. Like, if Hogarth's gonna fire Zaya, or and if that's the case, like, Zaya's not gonna forgive Malcolm. She's gonna. I mean, I don't know. It depends. I mean, she seems to really look up to Hogarth, and she actually seems to like her job. Like, it doesn't affect her as much as it affects Malcolm. At least that she's shown. Like, it might, but she might be stomaching it for the time being. But even Malcolm even said that if that's something that, like, first he said if it's something that Hogarth wanted from him, and if it's something that Zaya wanted from him, then he was done. So I think, like, if she's, like, up for backing up a possible, very likely serial killer, then it's not somebody he wants to be in a relationship. As much as he cares for Zaya, as much as he cares for her, they don't have the same beliefs. I hope it works out with them. I hope she can come around to, I guess, more our side of things. You know, not backing serial killers, or I guess alleged serial killers. They both seem to care for each other. And she, when he was feeling guilty about Peter, she backed him up. But I don't know, man. I don't know what can go where we're going from here. Like, apart from the fact that there's gonna be an investigation on Jess now for being accused of or being a suspect in the murder of this corrupt cop. They don't know that he was corrupt, and they don't have any evidence, unfortunately. I mean, Jess might be able to find some now that she, like, considering he probably didn't hide it well enough for Jess not to find, and she's probably motivated right about now, so maybe she can find evidence on him and then prove that he was corrupt. That wouldn't necessarily help the fact, like, her case on being accused of murdering him, but maybe she could prove herself innocent as well, and then show that this also wasn't a good person, like a good cop. He was dirty, corrupt. I don't know if that'll sway their opinion though, because I mean they might not want to believe it. I don't know, because she seemed to hold him in high regard. I mean, he was a cop and he was on the force for 20 years, so I mean, I don't know. This episode just didn't go well for us, guys. But that's it for this week's episode for Jessica Jones. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go to the button right next to me. If you want to stick around for next week's episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified when our stuff comes out, go and click the bell icon down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week.